Hey there, it's David. What have we learned so far? I've invited you to seek the more in life that you know is out there somewhere. I've prompted you to live under the watchful eye of a to-be list. I've encouraged you to embrace your withoutness. And today I will bid you to transform your perspective and make the journey your destination. So let's get to it. Let's go island hopping. Perspective transformation is the name of the game. In order to successfully define your needs, a perspective transformation is required. In order to successfully understand who you are, a perspective transformation is required. In order to find peace, a perspective transformation is required. And in order to move off of this island, a perspective transformation is required. What perspective needs transformed in order to accomplish all of these things? Your perspective concerning destinations. A destination is the place to which a person or thing travels or is sent. All of us are seeking destinations all the time. Getting a specific job is a destination. Being a Marine is a destination. Getting married is a destination. Please understand that there isn't anything wrong with destinations. Destinations are goals, achievement markers, hills to be climbed and battles to be won, all of which are good, vital, and important in your life. Yet the transformation that this island is calling you into, the transformation that will make it possible for you to finally fill the hole in your life that you haven't been able to fill on your own, requires more than destination motivation. In order to discover that elusive more that you know is out there somewhere, you need to transform your perspective that your life is about destinations. For your life has destinations, but your life isn't about destinations. Destinations won and destinations lost help describe what you've done or what you're doing. But your identity, who you are, is about the journey, who you become as you journey from destination to destination. Thus, this island invites you to transform your perspective to this: my destination is my journey to be. Very simple. Let's just start off. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23 years old. So your life is before you.
Mhm.
So what I want to ask you about is a future destination that you have out there in your life somewhere. What would that destination be?
Future destination would be becoming a practicing esthetician in Florida.
That's your goal.
Yes.
Along the way toward that goal, I want you to think, who will you become as you go towards your goal of being an esthetician?
I will definitely become somebody who works a lot, somebody who has to dedicate all, if not most, of my time to my career and getting hours and experience and money.
Now I want you to project forward to the time when you are an esthetician. Who will you be? Meaning not what you'll do, but who are you, your identity, the way you think, your perspectives.
I will be a lot more independent. I will be a lot more organized and business minded than I am now. I will be someone who probably doesn't have a whole bunch of friends, probably just a very select few that have stuck it out while I've been so focused and busy.
Will you be richer than you are now?
Well, we can hope so. Yeah, we can hope so. Or at least more financially responsible, better with the money that I'm making and bringing in because it all has a place to go. I think I'll also be a lot more caring. As an esthetician, my goal is to make other people feel good in their skin. So I think that's going to channel a lot of my emotions in my job. So I think they're going to come out a lot more than they are now where I am. So I'd definitely say more caring.
Do you like people?
Most of the time, yeah.
Because it's a people industry.
It is. It is a people industry. And I normally would say I love people, being somebody who graduated with hospitality management. But I think everyone loves people, but in a certain context. So I love people when it's just me and that person and they're receiving an aesthetic service from me and I get to know them when they are relaxed and when they are pampering themselves and they're enjoying where they are. I like people in that relaxed, calm, enjoying state of mind. That would be a goal. I think a goal of mine would to be a lot more intentional with how I speak to people, how I can get to know a person in a short amount of time. A lot more intentional with my questions and a better listener so I can get to know the clients that I'm seeing in the time of their service. Whereas now I forget names and I don't really have that deep of conversations in a 45-minute period. So I think when I am a practicing esthetician, that's something I will be better at. I think I'll be calmer. I think I'll be relieved when I hit my goal of being a practicing esthetician. That means that I'm making my own schedule. So I will be a lot calmer because I will get to choose the hours and set those professional boundaries with work-life balance. I also will be a lot more family oriented than I am now because I'll be able to build my schedule around my family, my future family. So I'll have time to do the important things and spend as much time as I want to with them. I think that's it.
Getting a specific job is a destination. Who you become in order to get a specific job is your journey to be. Becoming a Marine is a destination. Who you become as a Marine is your journey to be. Getting married is a destination. Who you become as a husband or a wife is your journey to be. Standing under who you are as you journey from destination to destination is vital to filling the hole in your life that you haven't been able to fill on your own. And hopefully you can see the difference. Destination motivation is about a specific place and time, a point out in space where you achieve a goal. The journey is about who you become as you strive for that next point out in space and time. Focusing on the former will constantly leave you empty, wanting, searching for that elusive more that you know is out there somewhere. Focusing on the latter will form your foundational identity. You will know who you are, not just what you're seeking to achieve, and this difference means everything. The world has taught you that a destination is the only thing that matters. As Ozzy Osbourne once sang, it's not how you play the game, it's if you win or lose. The inherent problem with this perspective is that you become so laser-focused on your destinations that you totally ignore the journey. When you totally ignore the journey, it's a very short commute to lying, cheating, stealing, and anything else that will help you achieve your destination. For the successful achievement of any and all destinations will become your basic life motivation. Thus, by any means necessary becomes your rallying cry. The perspective that anything goes in order to make it to your next destination becomes not only acceptable, it becomes your normal. For you believe that the destination is everything. Thus, you lose who you are. You sacrifice who you are at the altar of achieving that next destination. Many a person has found themselves in a great deal of trouble simply because their perspective was on their next destination. For many a person has been taught that their next destination was and is the only thing that matters. Well, here's an island-hopping rule. You ignore the journey at your own peril. For the journey, not any destination, is what really matters. Or I could better say it this way. The journey is your destination. Why are you willing to risk everything for a destination anyway? When you reach any destination, all you will receive is a bird's eye view of your next destination. For every destination is simply one more step in your larger journey to be. Destinations are important, but they aren't what's most important. As Grantland Rice once wrote, "It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game." Your journey, who you are across the entire canvas of your life, is what really matters. The journey is your destination. When you adopt this perspective, you begin to see how easy it is to avoid bad decisions. When you adopt this perspective, you begin to experience how life decisions aren't as hard to make. And when you adopt this perspective, you realize that your life decisions aren't as influenced by the outside world. For when you adopt this perspective, you'll realize that your decisions are influenced by your identity, who you are right here, right now, not by what will get you to that next destination. So I want to start by asking you, how old are you?
94.
94 years old. So over these 94 years, I'm assuming you've had a couple destinations in your life, places that you wanted to get to, goals that you wanted to achieve.
Certainly.
So what would be one of those destinations, one of those goals that you wanted?
I believe that of all the things that have happened to me in my life, that probably the goal of becoming an active Marine probably was the most challenging of them all. Challenging from the standpoint of trying to find out who you are with respect to the challenges out there for you. Because just being a Marine is not good enough. You have to be a Marine that's active and is willing to put himself out there and lead other men. And that is the goal, really.
Now, before you became a Marine, would you said that you were the kind of person that would put themselves out there and you led other men before you became a Marine?
No, it didn't even enter my mind.
So you had to learn that.
You learn that,
Yeah.
And as time goes along, you start to find out a lot of things about people because you see them active under not a movie type thing, but you actually observe them in action, and you learn which of the individuals that you can depend on, which you better not be depending. And that's a very important way, a good way to stay alive in a way.
Can you think of a specific story of a lesson that you learned as you were becoming a Marine?
I think that my recollection of things, the point at which you're no longer in training, but you're actually firing at the enemy, and you are seeing the enemy, and you're finding out what's happening, and you're leading a group of men into battle and hopefully getting them back alive. The training then seems to eclipse itself because it's no longer training, it's actual. And you're there. So you do the best you can.
So when you got out of the Marine Corps, looking back on that experience, did you consider yourself a different person at the end of your Marine Corps experience than from the beginning?
Oh, heavens, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and in many ways, prior to the Marine Corps, I was pretty much a high school graduate working in the industry of glass. That's about all it amounted to. And all I knew was the small town of Clarksburg, West Virginia. After becoming a Marine and getting into the leadership roles that I had and being all over the world practically, makes a much different person out of you because you see the good, the bad, and the evil sometimes that you never even thought about before. But hopefully it makes a better person of you because you know these things now.
When you adopt the perspective that the journey is your destination, you no longer have to struggle over what to do. You will simply be because of who you are. Thus, your doing will all fall in line. How does transforming your perspective on destinations help you to define your needs? I'll answer that question with another question. How can you ever dream of truly knowing your needs if all you're doing is chasing after your next destination? Yes, your next destination might truly be a need in your life, but also your next destination might be someone else's need for your life. Your next destination might be what the world or your friends or your family want you to need. Making the journey your destination will assure that your needs, your wants, and your desires will win the day. You won't do what you do in order to please anyone else. You will be who you are because that's who you are, and your doing will fall in line. How does transforming your perspective on destinations help you to understand who you are? I'll answer that question with another question. How can you ever dream of truly knowing who you are if all you're doing is chasing after your next destination? Say you're raised in a family with a long vocational tradition like doctors or teachers or lawyers or ranchers. Parents, grandparents, and maybe even great-grandparents have all lived the same life personally, vocationally, and even geographically. Thus, there's a natural and powerful appeal to follow in step and be who your family wants or even expects you to be. Making your journey your destination will assure that someone else's destination will not win the day, because you won't do what you do in order to please anyone else or to live into anyone else's destination for your life. You will be who you are, and your doing will all fall in line. How will transforming your perspective on destinations help you find peace? I'll answer that question with another question. How can you ever dream of finding peace if all you're doing is chasing after your next destination? Peace will never be found in anything that you do. Peace can and will only be found in who you are. You are peaceful. You can't do peaceful. Making your journey your destination will guarantee that your life won't be all about what you do. For a peaceful life is all about who you are. But destinations are all about what you do. Thus, understanding that none of us can simply banish destinations from reality, making the journey your destination will ensure that peace is a possibility. How will transforming your perspective on destinations help you to fill the hole in your life that you haven't been able to fill on your own? Again, let's flip this question on its head. How can you ever dream of filling the hole in your life, finding the elusive more that you know is out there somewhere, if all you're doing is chasing after your next destination? The only thing that you'll ever be able to do when you achieve any destination in your life is to see your next destination. There'll always be something bigger, better, faster, stronger out there somewhere. Destination motivation will never be quenched on this side of eternity. Any destination that you think will bring you happiness, peace, security, or serenity will only deliver a bird's eye view of your next destination. And then life is just wash, rinse, and repeat. Well, that's a wrap on Season 2 of Island Hopping. I've invited you to seek the more in life that you know is out there somewhere. I've prompted you to live under the watchful eye of a to-be list. I've encouraged you to embrace your withoutness. And I've bid you to transform your perspective and make the journey your destination. The rest is up to you. You can either stay on this island or get on your yacht and sail to the next island. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, there's just your answer. If you do get on your yacht, your next destination is you matter. You believe there's a God and that you matter to them. God is what you need to fill the hole in your life. If this is your first time tuning into Island Hopping, please go back to Season 1, Episode 1, The Rules. It's always best to start your journey from the beginning. This information isn't time sensitive. It's timeless.
Hey there, it's Michelle. Island Hopping is a production of Journey to Be Ministries and is sponsored by Beneva Christian Church in Sarasota, Florida. You can find Beneva Christian on YouTube and Facebook, as well as on their website, benevachristian.com. If you would like to reach out to my husband, just drop him an email at islandhoppingpodcast@gmail.com.